same.
Oh! Whoa!
And we're going straight to the game. All right.
Okay.
Finally, we are in the medal match, a semi-finals matchup between Philippines and Malaysia. This is going to be actually the first game of this best of 3.
Yep. And we can see, okay, these are the heroes that were actually secured by our teams. So, pretty much the usual matchup for the post 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not Beatrix, it's actually Claude.
Oh.
It's not. Okay, so it has been a long time. But yeah, we do know for sure that this is at least a lot of damage in the late game. And it's a hero that can kind of answer the Eve later on. What is interesting is that we are allowed to see Joy from the side of Philippines. But the counter for Malaysia is actually the Minsitar.
Yeah, the Minsitar, we talked awful lot about that Minsitar early on, how the Roam and the Gold Lane Minsitar differs, and we are seeing a Roam Minsitar. We're yet to see whether or not he's going to go for the, I think, the Conceal Boots, because another option could be that the Red Roam Boots.
That was close for that play for both of our post fights. For both Philippines and Malaysia. I mean, it's really gonna be a battle of hooks for both Minsitar and Franco, right?
100%. And for sure, whoever lands the better hook will give so much of an advantage to his team. And you know that there are a lot of confirmed kills from both ends, in fact. Franco plus the carry. It's a classic combo wherein no matter how tanky you are going to be melted down by the carry because of the scaling damage that you get out of that carry. On the flip side, you have Malaysia. If you connect the hook and of course the King's Calling will be there, there's a lot of burst of the Marza and the Lapu-Lapu that can be followed through. So for both teams, we know that the hooks are very crucial.
Speaking of hooks, we can see perfect hook for Vivera at that time, but for this one, the turtle will be reset, but on the middle lane, that is going to be a better effort here for Hani. And the players, no casualty yet, no first blood in this almost 3-minute game time.
And right now, we are still looking for the turtle to be started by at least one squad. But the Philippines will be opting to grab his turtle buff first. Looking at the buffs, I feel like the Akai will even have his purple buff for his turtle, but will have the orange buff. A lot of combat benefits from that one.
You can see right now the initiation coming in from Arya. King's Calling has been used already. Greatest fighter for a body, but the question here is who's gonna secure that turtle as Anatasha will use that one. On the red vision, there's gonna be a first blood as well. Alcuelta is down for the side of Philippines, and of course, not to go away is Diagon of Team Philippines. 2 casualties actually for the team fight.
That was such a great ultimate coming in from Bunny. That Bravest Fighter Flicker tech just to secure that kill on Diago on the Philippines. Looking to have a rough start here in Malaysia with a 1.5k gold lead already.
Decision from Philippines is to get the purple buff, which is understandable for a Lancelot. And Natasha might go for the turnaround. Look at the counter hook.
Ooh, that is a nice hook for Arya, and the players of Malaysia is there to secure another kill. That is the 3rd kill for Malaysia.
Okay, so back in the turtle fight, did mention the initiation coming from Bunny, which was perfect. And also the fact that Natasha managed to get the turtle, that was massive for Team Malaysia. Knowing for sure that the Philippines was very dependent on Diagon's initiation. The fact that the ultimate wasn't available there was bad!
Counter hooks, but that is a nice heavy spin. We have the Blazing Duet for Fafao, and 2 players of Team Philippines are in danger, actually down here at the bottom lane as Team Malaysia is currently taking the outer turret energy shields, or might be able to secure this turret as well.
Great juggling coming out from Team Malaysia. You saw that nobody died even after the fact that they dove very deeply onto the turret of Team Philippines. That is a massive win, although they will lose some of the outer turret energy shields in the mid lane. It's a complete turret in the bottom as well as 2 kills.
And Hani and Fafao. Hani, yes, Fafao. Just had to take that out in my mind.
Yeah.
You know, Malaysia.
It's a 7. That's a 7.
It's a 7 out of 10.
It's an 8 for me.
I thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. It's a 7.5 average. Now Malaysia is up ahead by 2.5k. I have to say that nobody's expected Philippines to struggle on this early.
Absolutely.
Malaysia is, yes, a strong region, but everybody looked at Philippines and Indonesia. Indonesia did not disappoint.
Yeah.
Now Malaysia is looking to give Philippines some roughhousing early on.
Oh, surely. And there will be a kill finally for a set of Philippines. The first one that they have into the bottom edge, which will be converting into a turret. Now, fortunately for Philippines, they will be able to trade. But Malaysia still gets a turtle. Positively for Malaysia still, I would say, when it comes to the economy.
I think for Philippines here, they really have to go in for those trades. But by the way, Amores is forced to use that flicker. So we will see players of Philippines, particularly here at the bottom, the middle lane, to really defend that turret. I mean, if Malaysia is able to really destroy this turret at the middle lane, it will be a hard. Alberto will have a hard time on the triple buff.
And Malaysia will have free reign over majority of the map. So Philippines, they have to stay careful. They don't want this mid lane outer tier turret to just be given off for free. But look at that flicker coming in from Vivero. Forces the flicker out of Bunny though. So I would call it like quits.
Yeah. I mean, Malaysia could have really just gotten away with it for free, but they had to force the flicker onto Bunny. Diagon. That is very scary to be in.
But the Diagon is still alive. We have ultimates from the side of Malaysia being used by the team, but they are able to secure a turret here at the top lane. But for the side of Philippines, again, we've mentioned about the trades. Here comes the heavy spin for Anastasia, and the King's calling as well for Arya. Alberto is still alive, but the Morris is going to be the casualty. Pure manipulation and not enough damage for the side of Philippines, but that is an overtime.
Wait a minute.
We can see the beat from Diagon, and Team Philippines is roaring against Malaysia.
Philippines finally has mounted quite the comeback against Malaysia. It was a 2.5k gold lead, already cut to 500. So I would call this game already dead even, but Malaysia, they're still ahead.
Yeah, they wanted to go for Amores. The hook actually landed so well, but there was the exchange. Utilizing the real world manipulation for extra shielding meant that she kind of dealt a little bit more damage, but also forced Malaysia into committing. And of course, that was when Fafao didn't have the BMI anymore. Afterwards, you can see the damage from Perez. The biggest factor here on that win by Philippines is that Diagon and Perez were available. Two important damage dealers for Team Philippines.
Yeah.
Again, we see that kill on the middle lane. Nice dive, by the way, with Diagon. This is what we have been mentioning, with little to no counter for this Joy hero for the Team Philippines.
And we talked about how Mincetar is more of a reactive counter to the Joy. You literally just put up a zone where the Joy cannot enter. It looks like the turtle will be started here. Half HP. Who's going to secure this turtle? Looks like Alberto is in prime position to take more. So Philippines securing the first turtle of the game, and Anastasia has to run away.
And the heavy spin was used at that time.
Very, very important to secure onto the turtle from Team Philippines, and that will be noted to Diagon for sure. Genius 1 and Holy Crystal means that she can actually threaten for kills. That's why even the tank hero of Anastasia was forced out. And they didn't have a Radiant Armor carrier back then, and they didn't also have Arya holding both the Radiant Armor and of course the counter to the Joy. Not being missing in that team fight meant that Philippines had the advantage, and now the lead is
basically jumping from Malaysia to Philippines. And this is, I think, the first time in this game where we actually found actual equilibrium between two teams here. And looking at the Philippines, looks like a Joy pick for Diagon is something that we have to take notice of.
Yep, Diagon is at 3 kills out of 5 for Philippines, and it's as if whenever they see they're going for Malaysia, they are a bit rattled.
Yeah,
on how
surely you can feel it. Yeah,
on how they will counter this Joy, but definitely for Philippines, it's a nice regroup for them against Malaysia.
Perez still 1-1 and 2, but look at this. 3 people conceal, not really committed there, and Aria gets found out by the Void Crystal. Amor is still playing this very carefully, having flashbacks of what happened in the early game. Malaysia, what are they going to do?
This is going to be a deadly play for Malaysia as they will use the conceal. Saigonisai is there as well. Heavy spin has been used by Anastasia, and the call for Malaysia, or rather Philippines, is to go for the forward manipulation. Here comes the slow. Alfredo on front, Rivera is down, and Malaysia will take the casualty against Philippines. As per Diagon, she's just there for the middle lane to secure or clear Minuet.
If she gets the purple buff, this would be good, but she's not able to do so. Not enough damage to enjoy. Super duper important that she was there. And Malaysia actually achieved two things. They were able to get a bonus kill to Vivero, but before that, they have already taken out the turret on top. Now they will have enough of safety around the turtle as well. They're off cooldown. So Team Philippines really lost a lot. Even when it looked like a minor kill onto a position 5, the fact that they have lost a lot, that meant that for Malaysia now getting back the position of power to their side.
And I have to say that Fafao here, the Claude, is looking to have a great game so far. 4-1-2 on the gold laner of Malaysia. That's definitely a lot of gold. And Perez has to catch up a bit. 1-1-2 on this carry means I would assume it's around like a 400 to 800 gold lead on the side of Fafao, considering that he also is running that Avarice.
Yeah, probably. But we can see here at the middle lane, Diagon again is going to be countered this time around by the side of Malaysia, as it is going to be a shutdown. Perfect timing, by the way, for Malaysia to secure this Lord. But for Team Philippines, are they going to contest? You can see that hook and the Bloody Hunt, but the bravest fighter is used. Woo! Paris with the damage. Those spirits and Puerto just slashing and dicing as the players of Malaysia forced to back away. Puncture out and still alive for this game.
Puerto suffering a bit of damage here coming in from Malaysia. What I realized for the past 2 minutes is even for the tankier members of Philippines, they rarely last more than 2 seconds in the face of Malaysia.
Yeah, it's because Farsa as well as the Claude, right? At this point, Claude is at critical mass, 12 minutes in. We'll get, what, maybe three important items with 8.2k gold. Eventually, we'll get the Wind of Nature afterwards. Now, she can actually man up, she can really fight up against the members of the Philippines. But, of course, the Philippines taking out Arya earlier on means that they can actually unleash the jungler, the Lancelot, because now you can really hit. And with Perez, interestingly, they were so aware of the positioning of Bonnie. This will be good if they do get a kill.
That is a nice Bloody Hunt, but countered with Hani's feather airstrike. Vivero low on life. Is this gonna be a counter for Malaysia? Conceal plays a flicker out, and Vivero is done. And I got using that electrifying weeks out. Puerto almost a target here for Malaysia, forced to back away. Heavy spin has been used, but there's no with a Wind of Nature against Fafao. PMA out, and now Puerto comes in with the sword as Hani is done. 3 players down for the side of Malaysia. Philippines will destroy the third at the middle lane.
Well done, coming out from Paris from the Team Philippines. That could just poke in, but yeah, Paris was able to invite the members of Malaysia, lure them to a very bad spot. But he actually jumped in against Paris, and then eventually Amores and Paris were there ready. Slows coming out from the rearward manipulation together with the damage output of the carry. The HP-based damage, now they will have the advantage. And then when she went aggressively against members of Malaysia, she activated the Wind of Nature damage against Fafao. Eventually got taken out by the lockdown that Team Philippines and El Puerto, knowing that there will be not enough damage with the stack slot that she was rocking, able to get additional kills for Philippines, and now they get the Lord as well. My God, the long extended team fight didn't look to be in the favor of Team Philippines, but the right amount of damage went to the right person, and Philippines now does have the lead.
Yeah, and this is the biggest gold lead that Philippines has ever gotten in this game number 1 against Malaysia. And now that they do have this Luminous Lord, we are already 14 minutes inside this game, and it will be marching on the top side. A lot of the members coming in from the Philippines will be hovering around the bot lane and the mid lane, trying to manage waves. But it looks like the bot lane wave has gotten way earlier, and now they're going to go for a two-wave push. And it looks like the retribution will be committed as well for Malaysia to try and secure the mid lane wave. So now, the only problem is the Lord about to crack us off.
It's really going to be a battle here in terms of the hooks actually for Vivero and even for the Menstar of Team Malaysia, as Malaysia will try to defend their inhibitor turrets using a better airstrike by Hani. But this is a little bit of skill, and it is defended though by Team Malaysia. But that is the hook that we've said. Heavy spin has been used, and Anatasha is alive. Same with Malaysia.
That will be the feathered airstrike utilized in an interesting manner. Fortunately for Malaysia, they still had enough wave clear to take out that Lord up top. and they made it so that they will be able to defend up top. And also, the fact that you hooked up on Natasha, surely you will not get a kill, but that heavy spin that you're able to get off. The conceal will be, I believe, sniffed out by Malaysia.
And that's one turret down for the side of
Red
Malaysia.
team base turret has been destroyed.
For another turret, I feel like that was a mid lane and the mid lane turret. That's all. That's everything except for the mid lane. It was blocked.
Pretty wise move for Philippines actually. They're not forcing a team fight regardless if they have the Lord, even if they are on the upper hand in terms of minion wave. They are going for that safer play against Malaysia because, you know, they have Claude on the other side of the map.
And this spin actually being forced out was so critical for the entirety of Philippines. Look at the positioning of Vivero right now. Not going to be showing up bottom lane. I think that eventually Perez or somebody else will show themselves up to that lane, and that will be the trap that they have set. And now Vivero does have the immortality, so they can kind of afford to go for those risky plays, especially on the Lord timing. But this might not pay off, as Philippines, they have two members that are too far away from the Lord.
And this is like a traditional backdoor setup for the carry. In case Malaysia goes all in for the Lord, we've seen this happen all the time in the Philippines. This could be a setup for a backdoor carry. That's like a 2-3 wave stack down bottom lane and a 5-man stack on the side of Malaysia near the Lord area. The moment they commit, this might just be a big push down bot.
Exactly. Good read there, Momi. And all you have to do is to delay this. Even when there will be a defense. Like, for example, if the Claude clears this out, there could be a flicker play with the conceal.
Yep, that is true, and I'm actually getting goosebumps with that possibility for the Filipino play here for the team. And yep, for Alberto, all she has to do is to like really bait the players of Malaysia to go in and try to contest this Lord, right?
Exactly.
And it's already half HP. Philippines trying to make a bait of the century here. Still no information on the carry and the Franco. It looks like they're going to send two people downstairs. And now Diagon on the back end. And Honey!
Honey almost down with the damage from Diagon. And I believe for Malaysia, they are aware that there might be players from the side of Philippines at that lane. A lot has been happening on this map, but this time around, the Lord has been reset. Back to this game, the Lord dance is going to be really long. And Team Malaysia, I like that they really adjust their positioning with the information that they have.
And the information play from the Philippines is really good right now, but look at that. Dagon on the backside of this fight will be zoning out 3 people, dodging some abilities as well. Already has the Blood Wings, will be tanking quite a bit. Half HP on this Lord. Aria just around the corner, ready to go in at any given time. 2 waves pushing though on bot lane and mid lane, and they send the Claude to defend.
Look really dicey for Team Malaysia, but they have crossed their teeth, dotted their eyes. Look at Diagon just making it difficult for Natasha to position herself.
Here comes the bloody hunt from Vivero. Heavy spin has been used by Natasha. Bear is almost down, but still alive for that team fight. As the rest of the players of Philippines, they know that the majority of the skills of Malaysia has been used already. Electrifying beats and eyes on the prize. Honey though is still alive, almost close, but body's down. But hands off Amores. Here comes the hook from Arya. The players of the Philippines are ready for that initiation as the Lord will march in at the top lane.
Now this is like 3 waves strong for the side of Philippines. They have the wave down mid lane and bot lane, and also the Lord empowering everything up top. That's 1 inhibitor turret about to go down, but in Malaysia they're able to defend this. How much time did they actually buy?
They need 94 seconds before Bunny is going to be respawning. Fortunately for them, they have Claude and Parsa. Great!
Wow! That is a nice real-world manipulation, though a bit early, but at the middle lane might be a secure kill for a secure turret destroyed by Team Philippines. We have a conceal play here for Team Malaysia, but the Lord has been defended. Here comes another hook. Arya is going to be the target. Heavy spin by Anatasha, and she's out of the hands of Mega Kill. And Team Philippines will secure another turret as they go in for the base lock. Philippines, game number 1.
Definitely a tough game for
It
Team
was.
Philippines. But they do secure the first win of this best of 3 series. And now they are one step away from securing a silver medal for their country. But this game's not over yet. The series is not over yet. Malaysia just strike back and force game 3.
You can see that Malaysia already had the lead for their team. The coach from Team Philippines not yet done with it.